European leaders took to social media to condemn Russia's latest deadly attack on the Ukrainian city of Sumy.
Israel struck a hospital in northern Gaza, forcing patients to evacuate as attacks intensified across the Strip.
Pope Francis made a surprise visit to St. Peter's Square on Palm Sunday, greeting over 20,000 faithful to kick off Holy Week celebrations. European leaders took to social media on Sunday to condemn Russia's latest deadly attack on the Ukrainian city of Sumy. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen wrote that Russian cruelty struck again, calling the attack barbaric in a post on X. She accused Russia of violating international law, saying it was and remains the aggressor in its war against Ukraine. U.S. Special Envoy for Ukraine Keith Kellogg also condemned the attack on his social media, saying it crossed any line of decency and that the White House remained committed to ending the conflict. Other European leaders, including EU Foreign Chief Kaja Kallas, accused Russia of undermining peace talks by ramping up its attacks on Ukraine in recent weeks. Kyiv has warned Moscow is planning a fresh spring offensive despite ongoing ceasefire discussions led by the Trump administration.
Israel struck a hospital in northern Gaza after forcing patients to evacuate, as attacks intensify across the Strip. One patient died during the evacuation of the Al-Ali hospital in Gaza City, because medical staffs were unable to provide urgent care following the pre-dawn strike. The health facility's director said they were warned of the attack before it was struck. Local health authorities report that the strike destroyed the ward for outpatients and laboratories and damaged the emergency ward. Israel has carried out an open campaign on hospitals in the Gaza Strip, while accusing Hamas of using them as cover for its fighters. The attack came hours after the Israeli defense minister said military activity would rapidly expand across Gaza and that people would need to evacuate from fighting zones.
Spanish government officials have announced that a human trafficking organization that smuggled Moroccan migrants into Spain and other EU countries has been dismantled. Authorities claim the organization flew Moroccan nationals who paid €3,000 per person into Romania before they traveled to Spain by land inside trucks or vans. 4 people were detained in the city of Cartagena during a raid which took place sometime during the past few days.
SpaceX launched another batch of Starlink satellites into orbit from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The Falcon 9 rocket carried 21 Starlink satellites towards low Earth orbit, many of which were equipped with technology working to eliminate cellular dead zones across the world. Starlink now has thousands of satellites in orbit, providing internet to over 100 countries. While SpaceX says it's helping connect remote areas, some worry about the growing number of satellites in space and their impact on the environment.
Pope Francis made a surprise visit to St. Peter's Square on Palm Sunday, greeting over 20,000 faithful to kick off Holy Week celebrations. Many reached out to touch the Pope's hand or garments as he was brought in a wheelchair down a ramp to the main altar, where he issued a brief greeting.
Buona Domenica delle Palme.
He is entering his 4th week of recovery after a life-threatening battle with double pneumonia, for which he was hospitalized. He has not spoken more than a few words in public since his release. Clearly eager to show he is feeling better, Pope Francis already made a surprise visit to St. Peter's last Sunday, as well as to the Santa Maria Maggiore Basilica in Rome on Saturday. The Vatican said it was waiting to advise on what role he may play in upcoming Holy Week events leading up to Easter Sunday.